Sannyasi. Which feeling is good for listening? Sannyasi means I have no problems. Therefore, this place, especially retreat in this place. For this place, what is the speciality of this place? Retreat in this place. What is the speciality? Everybody knows it is Ganga. It's on the bank of Ganga it is taking place. Ganga stands for what? Not mere water. Ganga brings to mind the beginningless tradition of teaching. It's a beginningless flow. This tradition also is beginningless. The first Jnana Ganga. The other thing is the presence of Puruṣo Swamiji here. This place is a tapo bhumi, a place where Puruṣo Swamiji lived in 1960s and led a life of tapas. Therefore, it is holified, divinified by tapas, which you can feel even now. More, he is there in the form of this Dayanandeshwara in the Adhishtanam. So that gives the atmosphere some unique feeling. And you have got all the time Vedic mantras going on here. Samaveda mantras are chanted during the day because of a Veda Patashala that is there, Samaveda Patashala. So the students learn chanting Samaveda. Oh, that is going on in one place. And there is continuous Vedanta Adhyayanam, Adhyapanam. The teaching of Vedanta goes on non-stop whole year in the form of these retreats, in the form of courses, short-term courses, long-term courses. Therefore, all the time it is filled with Vedanta. Other retreats are not available for everyone to participate because the teachers bring their own students and conduct classes here, which is not available for everyone. 2 months it is available for everyone to join. Therefore, all the time Adhyapanam is taking place. And Rishikesh, of course, has this part of being a Deva Bhumi, Rishi Bhumi it is, Deva Bhumi it is. It has got certain atmosphere of holiness. All these things you have to invoke and then listen focused. And the topic that is chosen also is very beautiful topic. Ācāryavān Puruṣo Veda. One who has a teacher, he knows. One who has a teacher, he or she knows. All that you have, all that you should have is a teacher. A teacher coming in the tradition. One who does not claim this is discovered by me. One who does not say, I am the Bhagavan. One who does not claim this knowledge. Because this knowledge nobody can ever decipher except from a teacher. One can study Upanishads and say, I discovered by me. Without studying Upanishads, how will you know? Upanishad is already there. Therefore, even studying Upanishad will not give you real knowledge. It will give you word knowledge, not self-knowledge. It has to be gained from a teacher. Therefore, my teacher, how did he gain? From his or her teacher. For this is a tradition. One who comes in the tradition alone can teach this knowledge. Others are pastime. You listen to other classes, it is a pastime. One who says, this is discovered by me. Therefore, they are all pastime. Something they say, you enjoy it. It is not means for moksha. Therefore, you have got a right teacher here, a traditional teacher here, and who is going to teach Ācāryavān Puruṣo Veda. How Ācāryavān Purushaha Veda? How one has got a teacher will know? You have to attend the classes. How a person who has got a teacher knows. Shastra is so confident. Shastra is very clear. One who has got a teacher will know. But that also depends upon the student also. The teacher can teach. The traditional teacher knows the Shastra. He can teach, but the student can receive only if he is a patra. If he is a qualified student. Patra should be deserving patra. A vessel should be free of holes. Keep the water in the vessel. Every half an hour you have to fill it up because holes are there. Vessel should be free from holes. Mind also should be free from holes. Otherwise, whatever we listen goes away. Mind should be free from holes. All the holes should be plucked. And all the dust and waste should be removed from the mind. Now it's a dustbin. Mind is a dustbin now. We have thrown everything there. Not only we have thrown everything there, we have been carrying from childhood also some dust. Some dirt we are carrying from childhood. Therefore, all this dust has to be cleared. Then only you can fill up. If you have to fill up something to be filled up, you have to remove everything that is to be removed. Mind should be pure, relatively free from agitations, all negative values. It should be free relatively. Then that person will know. The teacher, traditional teacher, teaching the Shastra, and the student has a focused mind ready to grasp, knowledge will take place. Purushaha Veda. Veda means he knows. Therefore, it has to be, again and again, it has to be done. This section, which is the Chandogya Upanishad, 14th section, a dialogue between Uddhalaka, the sage, and Shvetaketu, the student. His son. Sage is father. Shvetaketu is son. It is in the form of dialogue between father and son. That's another beauty. Shankaracharya says, yes, father will not give something which is not good for the son. In fact, he will give everything that is good for the son. He will not give anything that is not good. Therefore, it is a trusted knowledge. Since it is given by father to son, it is trusted knowledge. Father will not mislead son. Father is interested in the son's welfare. Therefore, this knowledge is a trusted knowledge. And the teacher says, Ācāryavān Puruṣo Veda. You are going to discover this sentence in the following 8 days. And the Swami is a very good teacher, as you will discover. For all of you, enjoy this place, enjoy the classes, enjoy Rishikesh, enjoy the Jnana Phalam also. Whatever the Phalam is there for knowledge, enjoy that Phalam also. Om Tat Sat.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Since we have already said the opening prayers, and since we have already heard the importance of meditation, we will start the meditation from tomorrow. And today we will plunge into the talks connected with that. Does everybody have the handout? Is there anybody who does not have this handout? Yeah, there are some people in the back. Somebody can help, and some new people are also coming. We can check with them. Do you all have this handout? Yeah. So the Swamiji can come in front. Yeah. There is place. The Veda is a body of knowledge that has no author, meaning worldly author. That is why it is called Apaurushaya. Apaurushaya means not human made. Even though some of the mantras we say are connected to certain names of rishis, and there are mantras connected to certain rishinis as well, both men and women in states of meditation who had pure hearts free of strong preferences and strong prejudices that we will discover a lot, raga, dvesha, were given this knowledge directly by who? Ishvara. Who else? Yes, we have to say, who else? Because this is for two reasons. One is because this knowledge cannot be something that has an author, because anything that has an author, any book, Any work will have what? Mistakes. Anything that is Paurusheya will have flaws. Mistakes will be there. You write one book and then you hire 3 proofreaders, okay, whose sole job is to find mistakes. Yeah, this is how it is. And then still after it goes to print and comes out, you just randomly open the page. You are very happy that your book is in print. Oh, you hug the book, you are very happy. Aha, very nice. And let's see how it looks to read. Let me just pretend to be somebody else other than the author and read. And I open it to a random page, and what do I find? A glaring typo. Yes. Typos. And that's just one of so many waiting to be discovered. And this is only spelling mistake or typo, but then there are O's, typos, and other kind of flaws. So many flaws are there, and these are something we have to see is associated with any human production. Any human production, there will be mistakes. Doesn't matter if it's a American production, Indian production, British production, doesn't matter. There will be what? Mistakes will be there. So to keep the sanctity of this knowledge, and so that we who are what? Inherently distrustful people. This is what we are. Inherently distrustful people, and there is a reason for that. We'll go into that. We have plenty of time. So, for us to develop something called trust, we have to have Shraddha in something so that we can rely on this to give us authentic knowledge where there is no human interference. Because human interference means there will be problems. Problems means mistakes, flaws. And how is this flawless knowledge possible? You let it come from Bhagavan, let it come from anybody. But how is this even possible? Because wherever I look, what do I find? Mistakes. Yes. Mistakes within myself. There is a lot of mistakes. And even if I'm not ready to admit that, at least I can admit there are many missed takes. Every mistake is what? A missed take. Yeah. So some people are not ready to admit, oh, I don't make mistakes. It's the world. It's you are the problem. And what? I am the solution. Yeah. This even if that is the case, we see that there are missed takes, missed opportunities, missed situations, missed understandings. All this has gone by. And so, therefore, we have in this tradition, which is the indigenous tradition of India, a mistake free knowledge. Yeah, you can come sit here and say mistake free knowledge. Why should I believe you? Who are you after all? Human being. And you yourself said 5 minutes ago what? Human being means what? There will be mistakes. Why should I believe you? You need not believe me. Then why are you saying this? Because how is this possible even? This is possible because a mistake-free knowledge is mistake-free because it is centered on you. And what kind of a you? A self-evident you. To understand the meaning of the word self-evident Atma, self-evident I, we start with a very basic question. Are you here? See? Yes. You didn't have to ask the significant other. Please tell, am I here? Please help me out. I owe you one. Next time I will tell you that you are here. This time please ratify my existence. Does any power in the world need your existence to be ratified? The answer is no. It is Svatasiddha. Svatasiddha means self-evident. And about this self-evident I, the whole Vedanta Shastra is there. In fact, the entire body called Veda is just for the purpose of this self-evident I, who happens to be here and who happens to be now and who happens to be naturally flawless and mistake-free. Who, me? You're talking of me or somebody sitting behind me? I? Mistake-free? How? How I can be mistake-free? You must be talking about somebody else. No. Veda is talking about you alone as free of faults. How? How I, whose middle name should be mistake, whose last name should be what? Surname should be mistake. So and so, mistake. How can I be fault free? How can I be flawless when I have so many regrets, when I have already made so many mistakes, and I have taken it for granted that even though 50 years of the life are gone, 50 more years are left to make more mistakes. How can I be flawless? You must be kidding me. You must be just joking. This is wrong. This is itself a mistake. The mistake is not, the mistake is in what? Saying, I am free of mistakes. To that, we just ask a simple question based on one's own experience. What is that? What would you like to be? Do you want to continue making mistakes? What will be the answer of anyone? No. Anyone means not cats and dogs. I'm talking of human population. Do you want to keep making mistakes? What is the answer? Absolutely not. Because the flawed I is the problem. The flawed I cannot accept. I cannot accept myself as endowed with mistakes. Therefore, the human being is a complex being. Complex being means what? Full of complexes. Full of complexes, the human being is primarily because this mistakes I do not want to have. I do not want these mistakes to be there. I do not want these mistakes to be attached to me. I want to be away from the flaws. This is what is everybody's goal. Hidden goal or overt goal. But this is what one wants because that is what makes us what? Inherently perfectionist. Inherently perfectionist. Even the most sloppy person in the universe is deeply inherently perfectionist. But then why are they sloppy? Because they have given up the hope that they are mistake free or that they can discover themselves to be what? Mistake free. But mistake free I want to be. Flawless I want to be. I cannot handle myself with flaws. Handle myself means what? I cannot accept myself as I think I am, which is full of problems and what I consider to be mistakes. Pujya Swamiji was teaching once. You know, he used to be full of jokes, all kinds of jokes. In fact, many people would, in the beginning, start off their Vedanta quest with his jokes. They would not remember anything in the class, but they would remember the jokes. And then so, one time, Pujya Swamiji saw that everybody in the class is laughing except for this one woman. So he's looking around, everybody is sitting, enjoying themselves, throwing their head back, laughing, at least smiling. Everybody is in this place except for this one person who is always writing notes, serious. Pujya Swamiji took it on as a silent challenge. Before the week retreat is over, what will I do? Make her laugh. Yeah, that was the funniest retreat. All because of this woman we have to thank. We have to thank this woman for making it the most funny retreat. Why? All in service of wanting to make her at least smile, if not laugh. He succeeded in cracking her on the 6th day of the 7-day retreat. 6th day, she cracked a smile. Then after the class, she came to see him, or he ran into her as he was going back to his kutia. And then he said, "You have such a nice smile. Why don't you smile more often?" "Swamiji, I don't like my teeth. They are full of flaws. Yeah. And I have had a lot of dental work done." Yeah. See, we thought it's just everybody is having a mental complex. This is the first time somebody has what? Dental complex. Yes. Complexes come in all shapes, all sizes, all forms. This is what? Dental complex. Yeah. And so this dental complex is a complex situation. If we can't even allow ourselves, I'm not saying anybody here is like that. You're all enjoying yourself, I can see, but present company accepted. But we have to see that if these kinds of complexes are there, then that itself becomes a big hurdle, a pratibandha in enjoying myself and in enjoying who I am, minus my thoughts about myself. So my thoughts about myself are what? I am a mistake. And people are told that. Sometimes, like sometimes what happens that not in this generation, but in the previous generation, etc., they would have planned their family and then there would be another child or something. Sometimes, "Oh, you are a mistake. Ah, you are a mistake. You're not supposed to be there." That itself causes a complex. That itself causes a complex. And not only I make mistakes, what am I? I myself am a Purnavatara of mistake. This is the fundamental problem connected to this I that I have concluded is the sum total of my autobiography. My autobiography is a series of errors, perhaps even starting before my birth. Even if I was not a mistake, I'm born in the wrong household. I'm not like my parents at all. See, this must be a mistake. Unbeknownst to me, some exchange of babies might have taken place in the hospital. Yeah. Every child thinks that at some point while growing up, and secretly, even the parents think that. Yeah. Where did this one come from? They will not tell, but they are thinking like that. Not like either of us. So, in this way, so to have a flawless body of knowledge to take care of this particular flaw, that I am not perfect, I am wanting. In every which way I look at myself, what am I? Wanting, 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 lacking, lacking, lacking. Lacking means mistake. Lackluster. Mistake. Full of mistakes. In every which way you look at it, there is mistake. Something wrong. Something lacking. Something wanting. And this sense of lacking, wanting, mistake is centered where? Aham is centered on the I. Squarely, it is centered on the I. Wherever the I obtains, where does the I obtain? In this body mind sense complex, I find a series of unacceptable things. Don't make a list, okay? I will not give you a homework and say, please make a list, because that is the most depressing exercise. Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah. Just trust that this is the case. Because if one were to make a list, let me just think about all the things that are wrong, all the problems connected to this body mind sense complex. First of all, you will not attend the next class, okay, because you will be busy making the list. And second of all, get depressed. But we know. What do we know? That this is a problem, we know. We know that this is a problem, and that is why we are here. Yes. Nobody comes to the Veda, even though the Veda is there. It's the foundational principle of the Hindu Dharma. It is the foundation stone of our tradition, our culture, our knowledge base. Nobody comes to the Veda smilingly, happily. One is led kicking and screaming. One tries every single thing possible. 4 marriages, 3 children, and then what else? Several jobs, and multiple disappointments later. Then one says, all right, why not try this out? After all, it's just a few days out of my life. Let me try it out. Let me give it a try. And so I come to Vedanta not because of myself, not because I have Viveka, Vairagya, and all these things. Viveka, discrimination, Vairagya, dispassion for everything else that is finite. I come here not because of that, not because of myself, but in spite of myself. Yeah, this is something important to see. Because the mistakes flow like water, does not get contained in one place, it keeps flowing. The mistake centered on me flow on to this thing called Jagat. What is Jagat? Jayate is born, Gachati is gone. This is called Jagat. Jayate Gachati iti Jagat. Is born, is gone. Born part we understand. Is gone when we say we only think of something called pralaya. Pralaya means what? End of this cycle of creation is called pralaya. It's not the end of humanity and the end of life. No, it's not what in Christianity is called apocalypse. It's not apocalypse. What is it? It is the end of this particular cycle of creation. And so, therefore, the mistakes flow from me to the Jagat, to everything that starts with this body mind sense complex and is visible to me and is available to me, can be objectified by me. I look at it, and then the same flaws that I see within, I see where? Without. Is that even something to think about? Not at all. Same flaws are within and same flaws are without. And the basic premise is I am flawed. And so, with these colored glasses, when I look at the universe, everything and everybody is a problem. I want moksha, yes, everybody says, but from you, I want moksha first. I want moksha from you, because if you were not in my life, I would be so free. Do you know that? I would be so free if you were not there in my life. All my problems would be gone if you are gone. Who says that? Everybody says that. All 8.2 billion people in the world are saying that. Moksha is ... fill in the blank. Moksha is moksha from you, whoever that you is. Moksha is ... freedom from a particular situation that I cannot deal with. Like even Arjuna in the Kurukshetra war. In the beginning, in the first chapter, he didn't want moksha. He did not want freedom from the belief, from the wrong understanding and the wrong belief that he is flawed. He did not want that. What did he want? He wanted moksha from the war itself. So, moksha from everything in this jagat, this infinite jagat, which is curtailing my style. I want space. Person says, I want space. From who? From you. And the same person 6 months ago had said what? You are my everything. We need to be together for ever and ever and ever. BFF. Yeah, one 12-year-old signed one card for me. I am your BFF, best friend forever. Even the 12-year-old knows the correct meaning of the word moksha is what? Forever. Ah, it's not the thing that is forever. I want the forever itself. Because everything I encounter, every person I encounter, every situation I encounter, every place I encounter is what? Forever? Say no so we can move on. Don't scare me. Especially after Swamiji has ascertained everybody has been coming to the camps. Yeah. So I'm going to repeat the question. Every object that I encounter, every situation that I encounter, every person that I encounter is forever? No. Cannot be forever. It is finite. Drishta nashta swabhavaha. Even as we are looking at it, it is crumbling, starting with our own bones. There is a condition called what? Osteoporosis. Yes, porous bones. Yes. Whether we are talking of bones or a cup made of fine bone china. That's why it's called bone china, because both are subject to osteoporosis. Even the bone china is like a bone, brittle and breaks. Yeah. One Zen student, Zen Buddhism, Shishya, went to the Zen master and he wanted to give a fantastic Guru Dakshina. So, what did he do? He went to the shops, looked everywhere, and bought the thinnest bone china cup with a lid so that the master could have his green tea. Okay, yeah. You have to keep with the metaphor, yeah. Zen means we are thinking of Japan, yes. Zen is actually the word dhyana gone abroad and it has become Zen. In China, when dhyana went to China, it became Chan. Yes, same dhyana. So Zen master was approached very humbly by the Shishya who said, Master, this is for you. And what did the master do? Barely looked at it and said, it's broken. But I tried so hard. And it was wrapped in, what is that called? Tup, 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 you do know? Yeah, yeah. It's actually, it should be a children's pastime, but actually frequently it's a adult's pastime. Yeah. They keep breaking, yeah. They keep breaking those bubbles. So he said, there is bubble wrap to wrap the entire Srishti. I have wrapped this cup. And he says there is this thing. So he took it out because he was so perplexed. What is going on? Bubble wrap, everything is there. How can it be? How can it be broken? He took it out. He showed, no, master, it is complete. It is full. See, take. Please accept me as your disciple. Please accept this. Present. Wouldn't even touch it. Barely looked at it. I already told you what? It is broken. No, master. No, look, not even a crack. Again, the Shishya looked. No crack, nothing. I assure you, my dear son, it is broken. Then finally, it dawned on the Shishya that perhaps this is a sudden, what should I say, spontaneous Zen Vedanta, okay? Zendanta lesson. And what is the Zendanta lesson? Everything that you think is forever perishes. It is perishable. Whether you talk of bones, perishable, bone china, even more perishable. Everything is perish, perish, perish. And it is a dosha. Dosha means a flaw that I cannot stand. I cannot stand that the Jagat is what? Perishable. Everything has, what is that, life? Shelf life, it's called. Expiry date. You buy milk packet, it will say, please don't use after this date. You don't even cut it open and try to find out whether it's good or not. You throw it away if you have forgotten to use it by that date, or if you have by mistake bought something that whose shelf life is over. Everything comes with an expiry date. What to talk of the human body also, except the date is not printed on the body. That's all. That would be very scary. That's why Bhagavan has scared us, has spared us. Imagine if we came with a chap, a print. Oh, oh. Oh, only so many more years. What to do? What to do? The person will not get out of bed, I tell you. Yeah. Thankfully, Bhagavan has kept the expiry date invisible. It is with Chitragupta. Who is Chitragupta? Chitragupta is the Bhagavan of karma, karma phala. So Chitragupta is the one who, that's why it's called Gupta, secret. Secret expiry date is kept. Why? Because if we knew, we would just not be functional anymore. Out of anxiety, worry, sorrow, all these things, we would just not be functional. So therefore it is kept as a secret. He keeps all the karmic accounts. He knows when the karma that brought this body mind sense complex into being, when it's going to expire. Who knows? Only Chitragupta knows. Nobody else knows. That's why all the descendants of Chitragupta, who are also called Gupta, are accountants. Even today. Yeah. Gupta ji means accountant. Yes. Whether their name is Gupta or not, the word that is a very, that's not a very easy skill to have. Because if somebody tells you, don't tell anybody, okay, this is a secret, what do you feel like doing first? Tell at least one person and tell them, don't tell anybody, okay, this is a secret. And they also have the urge to tell one more person, don't tell anybody, okay, it is a secret. And then 10 secrets later, that same thing comes back to you. But Gupta ji is not like that. Chitragupta, you will not know how much Papa Punya is left, how much Papa Punya you have earned, how much Sanchita is there. All 3 bank accounts are with him. Expiry date you will not find tattooed on the body anywhere. And so that is so that we can be here now. Thank God. Because there is a purpose to this human life. A purpose other than just taking care of the body. Taking care of the body is an important purpose because it has been given to me. Did you make this body? People are still thinking. No. Did you make this body? No. Did your mom make this body? No, she was just the incubator. This is what happens. We think, oh, the mother makes the body, the father makes the body, because the raw material for the body comes from who? The parents. Parents do not make the body. They don't know how. If you ask your mom, did you make my kidneys? What will she say? She'll say, I know how to make rajma, kidney beans. I don't know how to make kidneys. Don't know how to make kidneys? Stop asking silly questions. It is here. Body is already here with a timeline. And this body has been plunked into this jagat. And of course, I have to take care of this body. Who else will take care of this body? Even if I say, please take care of me, what will they say? Tell me what you need. They will ask that. You go, even a simple thing, you go to have your glasses. Can't see anymore, you need glasses, whether it's seeing glasses, reading glasses, you go and then you sit there, everything is automated. They just make you see something and all these things, and then the fine tuning takes place. They put some empty rims on the thing. And then what? They put one glass. How is it now? Oh, better. And then you have to see something which is written in by an ant. Okay, so somewhere far away. Ant walked through it. That is what it is. And ant walked through those numbers and letters, and you're supposed to read, and then you say, what? Yeah, this is better. Now, another glass. Yes, this is better. Which better? The first one or the second one? I don't know, you say. Okay, never mind. The eye doctor says, never mind. Puts the third one. Now, is it better? Yes, it is better. And then how is this different? How is all this gadgetry? You're sitting in this room and then you pay for the AC in the waiting room and then you go there and then all these machines are there. You don't even know how to pronounce their names. And then the person, comes with suit, boot, tie and then turns on this and then does. How is that different from what happens on the roadside in small towns? In the roadside in small towns, there is one white colored bed sheet. Over that, many glasses are kept. Yes. You come, you try out what fits your face frame and try out whatever numbers. There is no fancy anything. There's no waiting room. Waiting room is right in front of the fellow who is selling this. You just try out 3, 4 and then you're happy and then you go. How is that different? And how much money? There you have paid just for the frame and the glasses and that's it. And here you pay so much money and you need eye insurance, this, that, all these things. And then the result is same. Meaning what? You have to understand how your eyes see, no matter how much the technology is. Even with a hearing, you go and there is computer, everything. But they will ask you, is this hearing aid better or are these the ones which this kind of decibel, magnification, is that better? They will ask you. They are not going to make a call on this. You have to tell. So you have to take care of this body. Body includes body, mind, senses. Nobody else will do it for you. And then, if taking care of the body was the only purpose in life, then I would not have had this mind that can go as far as the galaxies and find out where they are and what they are doing, how they are behaving with each other, which galaxy is going to do swaha to which galaxy, what is black hole, and why does the black hole not let anything through it. That is what is called black hole. You keep putting, nothing comes out. Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Nothing comes out. Absolutely nothing comes out. And so this kind of a mind that can reach the stars sitting here, it is called manojava. The speed of this mind is amazing. The brilliance of this buddhi is amazing. And the free will that is equipped to go along with this buddhi makes this buddhi and everything that it can find virtually limitless. The stars are the limit, they say. Even then, you can even go beyond the stars. Whatever you want, you can do. Free will is there. The mind, an appropriate mind, to use that free will is also there. This is also given. We'll talk more about the given. Everything is given. Body is given, mind is given, buddhi is given, sense organs are given, and all these are useless if totally free will is not given. Totally free will is given compared to the animals. Dog, cat, they are happy if they have certain territory, if they have certain things, they are happy. They're happy being what they are. They go through the same 6 modifications that the human body also goes through. It is born, it is gone, it grows up, it survives birth, and then it reproduces and decays and then finally dies. These 6 modifications all beings go through. But then, what am I? Shadvikaravatam Veta. Veta means I am the knower of these 6 vikaras. Animal doesn't know. The dog doesn't say, I have to color my hair. Why? Because I'm graying. It doesn't think that. Yeah, it is not even Eka Vikara Veta. Here, Shad Vikaravatam Veta. What does that mean? Nirvikara aham anyatha. I am anyatha. I am other than the one that is undergoing the changes. Here itself is an inner space based on our own gift of this beautiful body, mind, sense complex. Free will means I have the freedom to know. Jnana Shakti. I have the freedom to desire. What is that called? Ichha Shakti. I have the freedom to do or not to do or to do differently. What is that called? Kriya Shakti. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Swarupa I am. I have this blessing. The question is, for what? What is the purpose? Oh, to invent things in the universe. The so-called inventions are already Bhagavan's possibilities that are waiting to manifest. Really. Otherwise, why would something be invented now? Why was the printing press invented at that time and not now? Why was the computer invented at that time and not now? Why is something that is being invented now, AI, now and not before? AI stands for another Ishvara. Okay? Yeah. So, why is that not now? Why is that now? Why are certain things before? No, these are just random things. This is the random vadinaha. Random vadinaha means those who say that the universe formed itself, just a bunch of molecules floating in the air in a particular way, in a particular, what is that called? Formation. If it were random, then that means there would be mistakes, because anything that is random is full of mistakes. And we see not only is the Veda flawless, but the Jagat that came along with the Veda also is flawless. We will see that. No, I beg to differ. You can differ for now. Later on, we'll see that. The Veda is flawless, and then the flawless Veda was given to us along with this cycle of creation in order to, it's as an instruction booklet to be able to see the Jagat through the lens of the Veda and to find that flawless. And to see oneself also through the lens of Veda, Vedanta, and find what? I also am free of dosha. Because that which is free of vikara, modifications, is also free of what? Dosha, flaws. No modifications, no flaws. And so this is the a beautiful journey to discover that. And this Veda consists of what? 2 portions. The first portion is called the portion that gives you the know-how of what to do, when to do, and how to do, and most importantly, what not to do. We need that with everything. There was one TV show which was called What Not to Wear. Ah, so that you don't have a wardrobe malfunction. There was a TV show, What Not to Wear. And they would tell you that you are dressed like a dump. Okay, go change. These, you think these colors go together? No. That's why we have white uniform for all the things, so that people don't have a meltdown. What to wear, what not to wear. But what not to do is important, because otherwise I'll keep doing it. Why? Because the free will without any tethers is a free wheel. Like a car, a fast car, Porsche, without brakes. Where will it go? Straight to the ditch. That's where it will go. So therefore, as we saw in the earlier class, the body is the car. Body is this car, a fast car, driven by desires, driven by all kinds of things. It's a fast car. And then it will go hit a tree, hit a snag on the way. The Veda is like a thousand mothers. It doesn't want that to happen. So what does she do? She frees us by making sure that this car is not bekar. Yes. This time around, bekar means useless. This car is of use, is put to use. This time around itself, it is put to use. So the free will, which is the free will, needs certain need. That's why the steering is there. The steering is there, and the brakes are there to brake whenever there is danger, whenever there is a hurdle, whenever there is a pothole. You have to slow down, you have to brake. And to slow down, what do you use? You put the foot on the brake. And this is the first portion of the Veda, which tells us when to speed up, when to brake, when to stop. Red light, stop. Because without these directions, we can't drive on the, and also it tells us where to drive on the road of dharma. We can't drive, we don't know how. All these self-driving cars, they have all been recalled right now because they keep having accidents. So therefore, the first portion of the Veda is that which disciplines and that which funnels this beautiful self-will, free will, attached to this body, mind, sense complex, which the animals do not have. It channelizes this free will beautifully towards the goal. Now, the very, very important multi-million-dollar question is, what is the goal? What is the goal? Yeah, that's because you're here, you're saying it, yeah. Because that's what is expected of you to say it. Yeah, moksha, moksha. M for moksha. Yeah. What is the goal really? The goal, moksha, we know because we have taken some classes here and we are living here. That's why we know it is moksha. But really speaking, what is the goal? The goal is freedom. Yeah. I want freedom. Freedom from, like I said, you. I want freedom from anything that is constricting me, that is making me feel small. I want freedom from flaws, because flaws make me feel small. I do not want any mental complex, or what else? Dental complex. I don't want that. I want freedom from flaws, and this freedom from flaw is what I'm really, really wanting and hoping to have, hoping to get. And so this is exactly what I want. And therefore, that is the goal of life. And that is why the whole tradition called Hindu Dharma, which is different from organized religions in the way, in a manner of speaking. Why? Because here the goal is to be achieved here and now. It is not afterlife. If afterlife is the goal of this life, then why should I have this life? I can go from where was I before? Afterlife. Okay, I should go from afterlife to afterlife to afterlife. Why have life after all? Why have this life? Correct? This life has a purpose. This is a very grounded philosophy. It takes care of the body. It takes care means takes notice of the body. It takes notice of the mind. It takes notice of the sense organs. It takes notice of the jagat. It is not some kind of a wishy-washy philosophy, nor is it some kind of a what's the word for it? Transcending the jagat philosophy. You don't have to transcend anything. Just have to transcend the thought that I am full of flaws. If anything to be transcended, that's the only thing to transcend. This is why the teaching becomes important. The first portion of the Veda teaches us what to do because the person is restless. Free will makes one restless. Why? Because it takes very little time to find out that the will is not really free. Oh, the will is not really free? No, because it is tethered. If I can't have this, I am miserable. Is that free will? No. And everything that one does is because of a desire attached to that doing. And the desire exerts the pressure and makes one do. So the will is not free at all, except when you pray, because that there you don't need anything. You don't, because you're not getting anything there. Anything tangible you're not getting. So when you pray, the will is free. And even in reaching out actions, you give charity, you give annadanam, you sponsor some annadanam somewhere, and then the will is free. Even there, the will can come. Like sometimes they say, I have given this building and let me get photographed in front of the building. I am the donor, you are the recipients. And sometimes they will give, even if they give 5,000 rupees, they will make the check so big. Yeah. The cost of the check is 2,500 rupees. Yeah. And how much are they giving? 5,000 rupees. And then they will stand, the recipient has to stand that far because the check is so big. It's not millions of dollars, just a small amount. But then you have to get photographed. Even there, if the motivation is to get some kind of a validation for all this flawed feeling I'm having about myself, the will is not free. In other words, the will has become a servant, a serpent actually. The will has become a servant to try to get rid of these flaws. My whole life, I want to get rid of flaws, get rid of flaws, get rid of flaws. That is what drives the will relentlessly, so that I don't know my purpose. I don't know that I am in a futile occupation. What is the futile occupation? Trying to make something flawless, which is already what? Flawless. If it were full of flaws, yes, okay. But if I'm trying to make something flawless that's already flawless, it's a waste of life. What did you do last life? I was trying to clean the Atma, rub the Atma, clean out the Atma. And then I was looking for various cleaning solutions. Marriage, one solution. Yeah. Is that a solution? No. Okay. And then children, another solution. Jobs, spray, clean, wherever the Atma is. Yeah. Wherever I think it's located. Whole life went in finding cleaning solutions for this Atma full of flaws. And the life before that also must have gone like that. And this life, I have put a pause. I have put a pause button on this life to not allow this at all. That is why I am here. That is what I have to see. That is what the first portion of the Veda prepares me by taking this body mind sense complex away from the objects of desires. The horses in the form of the sense organs are tethered to a mind that is tranquil. Why? Because one is told that you don't have to fulfill all these things, and fulfilling all these things is going to make you exhausted, cranky, and desperate. That, and already what am I? Exhausted, cranky, desperate. More of the same. So what is the interruption here? The first portion of the Veda is the whole purpose of the first portion is to train the mind. Is to train the mind from this futile crash course where I will definitely crash. And what is this crash course? The course of desire, random and rampant and without any meaning, desire fulfillment. Desire fulfillment for finding out that I am flawless or to make myself flawless is what is interrupted by the first portion of the Veda. It gives me a job to do, tells me when to do, how to do. And what is the purpose of all this doing? To gain inner maturity so that I am available for the second portion of the Veda, which says, you are the most flawless gem ever. And what was there? Why didn't you recognize yourself? Because you took the ore. Ore means other minerals that are sticking to the gem. There are certain minerals that stick to the gem, and then the diamond looks like koila. What is koila? Coal. Yeah. The diamond looks like coal when it is first mined. Only the diamond, yeah, people who know diamond know that. This is not an ordinary piece of coal or an ordinary dull looking stone. And then the diamond merchants will buy it sight unseen, even through all the impurities, because they know the value of it. And the diamond merchant, what will they do? The diamond merchant will put this stone along with a few other stones, and then there is a tumbler. And it just tumbles, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. And they have different kinds of tumblers with certain abrasive material lined onto the inside of this drum. And it keeps tumbling, sometimes for days together. Days together, years together. When it's years together, it's a 3-year course, okay? Yeah, of tumbling. When it is months together, it's a 3-month course. And now this is a week-long tumbling. Then you tumble, and then everything that was sticking, it just drops off, polishes, polish, and then you can just blindly, you can put a blindfold on your eyes and know for sure what's going to come out is a beautiful gem with all the facets shining so brilliantly. That is you. And that is what the second portion of the Veda is. Its purpose is to make one discover the gem, the flawless gem. The gems are also graded: A, B, C, A1, B1, B2, AA. All these grades are there. And what is this? A plus, 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 plus. No flaws, no occlusions. The flaws are called occlusions when we talk of gem language. And so, no occlusions, nothing, not even a strain of a little cloud or anything, just a pure, clear gem, whether it's crystal or diamond or anything. That is what is done. And then the tumbler is the Upanishad. Yes. Tumbler is the Upanishad, and then your entry into the tumbler is the entry into this retreat. More we will see at 11 o'clock. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.